It's time to break down the biggest stories of the day. This is the top 3 stories of the day on KSLSports.com. 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
Jake and Ben, 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone. We were just talking about breastfeeding during the break.
Uh-huh.
And
there's
three
content
guys here.
we were having a convo, and it you know what? Formula is expensive, which was Ben's ultimate conclusion from the convo, and he is correct. And we are excited about our Utah Food Bank awareness fundraiser, all the things today, and that's one thing we didn't mention was formula. So UtahFoodBank.org. Look out for that door hanger.
Yeah.
Participate on Saturday. Let's make it happen. All right. It's time. See, I turned that into a productive thing, Christian. You doubted me. Top 3 stories of the day at KSLSports.com, brought to you by J. Brooks Jewelers. Cherish your love with J. Brooks Jewelers. Explore their expertly crafted engagement rings made from the finest materials. J. Brooks Jewelers. All right, Christian, where do you want to start?
Number 1, the Jazz get back to the losing ways. They drop a game to Milwaukee.
You heard Will Hardy coming in. Everybody shot poorly. Keontae was 4 of 17. Ace Bailey was 4 of 13. Cody Williams was 4 of 12. Kyle Filipowski was 4 of 11. Only Bryce Sensabaugh played well, 6 of 12 in 18 minutes, and got yanked with 6 minutes to go because it looked like he might win the game.
Yeah, there's just a lot of, I don't know if it's tanking, Ben, or if it's the cap thing or smoothing out the talent or whatever it is, but. And I'm all for parity.
Uh-huh.
I've said that for a long time. God, there's a lot of bad teams in the NBA.
Yep.
I mean, and I've just noticed it more in this whole rebuild. This wouldn't be the first time we've made these types of observations. But, man, the Jazz just have to work really hard to lose a basketball game. I mean, it's pretty crazy. Like the Bucks are playing Giannis, for crying out loud.
Yeah.
Giannis played 27 minutes.
It was a 1-point game with 6 minutes to go.
And it's remarkable.
Yep.
It's remarkable how many average basketball teams, and most of them are in the East.
Yeah.
But it's just crazy how they're just not.
No, we're going to see another very mediocre team tonight with the Golden State Warriors. And this is what weirdly the desire to have parity in the NBA. The strange thing instead is it's absolutely destroyed the middle class. There is not a healthy middle class in the NBA. There are probably 4 or 5 really good teams. There's about 20 teams that you just can't say anything about that's all that interesting other than, why are you as bad as you are? And then the final 5 teams, of which the Jazz are trying to place themselves among the worst 5 teams in the NBA, of like, okay, well, you're obviously just creating this disaster.
But the problem for the teams trying to lose, to stick up for the tankers, it's so hard.
It's hard to, yeah.
It's so hard.
You have to be so bad.
It's so hard
That's
to,
the problem.
yes.
You have to be so bad to lose to the middle class in today's NBA.
Yes, to lose to the, why are you not better? That class.
Orlando, what is wrong with you?
Yeah.
Houston, why are you not a serious basketball team?
Although-
the Lakers, why are you a joke?
Orlando did smoke Detroit.
They did. Detroit's
uh,
lost 4 straight.
In Detroit. Yeah, I'm telling you, they're vulnerable.
at
But
best.
then put them in the why aren't you better category.
The Knicks just lost by 20 to the Lakers last night without LeBron. Yeah, no, exactly right. It's the parity in the NBA is almost a parody of mediocrity and not a parody of like, oh, all rising tides float all boats or whatever. It's not what's happening. You're sinking everybody. Everybody's getting a little bit worse, minus 2 or 3 teams at the very top.
Do you remember that Dale Ellis Nuggets team that beat Seattle with Sean Kemp and Gary Payton?
Mutombo,
It was like
yeah.
the first 8-1 upset. And I think the Jazz played the Nuggets in the next round.
Went to 7 games.
If memory serves. You go back and look at that Nuggets team. That was a good team.
Of course.
It was a good team. Dikembe Mutombo. Who was what LaFonso Ellis?
Yeah. Dale Ellis was Dallas, right?
I think he spent some time with Denver too. I'm just not sure if he was on that team.
Yeah.
But LaFonso Ellis
Yeah.
is definitely who I'm who I'm thinking of. Was Chris Jackson still on the team? Mahmoud Abdul Rauf?
Yeah, I think so.
That was an eight seed that limped into the playoffs and took out a really good Seattle team. I don't know. I don't see anybody doing that. Not in the Western Conference, certainly.
The 8th seed? No.
Right.
Not even close.
You wouldn't even
No,
fathom
I mean,
it.
and not that long ago, you remember Mike Conley's Grizzlies took out the Spurs and 8-1. I think we've killed that. I honestly think we have killed that type of parity in the NBA.
But the good news is now we let 2 more teams per conference into the playoffs.
Well,
so
we let them play 2 more games.
Yeah.
We don't let them into the playoffs. We let them play 2 extra games.
Oh, just wait, pal. Just wait till that's multi-game.
The play-in's going to be a
play-in's
3-game
gonna be-
play-in.
Yeah. Just wait. That's going to be the big cat in the wall revealed by Adam Silver this offseason. Is now the play-in is a 7-game series. Get used to that.
Jazz Warriors tonight. Keontae George and Isaiah Collier both now listed as questionable due to illness. Isaiah did not play against Milwaukee.
So can't have a point guard or a big
All wings.
and then get out there and try and win.
We'll see. We'll see. I won't be surprised if one of them plays, but who knows?
Next.
Number 2, it took some help last week, but the Aggies, Utah State, are the regular season champs in the Mountain West.
It did feel a little bit like nobody wanted to win, but it came right down to it, and the Aggies held on in kind of embarrassing fashion, but still beat New Mexico. I was talking to Scotty before the game. Shout out to the Spectrum. He said it was
Electric.
It was electric in rare form, and I said this the other day. Utah State's climb as a basketball program has been a really steep, like a sharp one. And it's anytime they win a Mountain West, and I know that things are changing, but a conference tournament, whether it was back when they were in the Big West or the WAC or the Mountain West, is a really big deal. So good for them.
Huge deal. And, could go a long way. If Mountain West Conference only ends up being a 2-bid conference, winning the regular season is a big deal.
Yeah, they're going to be in.
Yeah, so that's a major plus for them. And now, of course, they should be able to win some games in the Mountain West tournament, and that will only further help them. I do love the parity on this team. I love the depth on this team. You know, NBA Collins can come out and have a huge game.
Calhoun knows what he's doing. He's a good coach.
You know, we've talked so much about the lack of depth on BYU's bench specifically. What did they get from Utah? It was 30 points off the bench. Like, having that is a real luxury. Now, hard to count on that when you shorten your roster, but they also have some star talent on the team.
Yeah, sometimes, and I'm not saying this is the case, but don't confuse depth with, well, we really will just let anyone play.
Sure.
Because we don't have the top end guys.
Right. Yeah. The talent gap from the top of the roster to the bottom at BYU is insanely dramatic. Not as dramatic at Utah State.
Right.
But you know what? That's the
all.
model to win in the Mountain West Conference level. So good for them. They figured out a way to do it.
Yeah, way to go, Aggies. Well, we'll see now what they do in the conference tournament. Which I don't think if you listen to Kenneth Palm this morning, he told you that he thinks the Aggies are in.
Are in already.
So that's good news.
Yeah, very cool.
All right, next.
Number 3, MacKenzie Weegar made his debut for the Mammoth over the weekend. There were some thoughts that it was going to take a little longer, but he debuted in the win over Columbus.
Quickly, Utah State will play Thursday at 1 p.m. our time. They will play the winner of UNLV, Wyoming, which kicks off on Wednesday.
Scotty G on the call.
And you'll hear it right here on this station. So very cool. MacKenzie Weegar came out, I thought played well. They had to come back and win that. Not come back, they were ahead, but they kept blowing the lead. And you know what I love to see? A little attitude from Logan Cooley. He had been a little clunky since he had come back and maybe a little quiet. I think he did get an assist his first game back, but hadn't quite put up the points, and then had an absolutely huge performance against Columbus and was taunting the crowd, which we don't see a lot in hockey. I'd love to see it.
Yeah, the shush thing was funny.
It's great.
The end was exciting.
5-on-5 fight in the third period after or right before blowing a 2-goal lead, of which Logan Cooley helped make with his breakaway goal. So it was a little bit of a mess. It was a little sloppy, and you got to find a way to still win that game, and they did.
But the last play, I mean, that was a great pass and a great finish.
Unbelievable.
He put
Keller
it right,
is so good.
He put it right where he had to. Both the pass, from Keller, and the finish from Cooley.
So really fun.
Excited. I'm excited to see where this team goes. It's going to bring a little spice to the springtime to have playoff hockey. Knock on wood.
And that's where they're trending. You know, they have won 3 straight. They've won 4 of 5. They've won 6 of their last 8. And, getting those 2 points every time is such a big outing. And now, conceivably, tonight on the road at Chicago should be an easier game, though they did just get smoked by Chicago here in Salt Lake City.
That did happen.
But hopefully you get a little revenge there and make it 8 straight points.
All right, stay tuned. We'll have more for you coming up next. Yeah, it feels like the college basketball vibe around the state is on a pretty positive note.
We're here
at this moment.
The best part of college basketball.
Conference tourney. God, we should talk about them moving that thing from Kansas City.
Try and get it here.
Somewhere else.
Put it at the Huntsman Center.
We can talk about this later. But Kansas City is lovely. I've attended 2 weddings in Kansas City.
Your own or other
both
people's?
on the Kansas side. No.
Okay.
And it's great. It's fine. I'm happy to go back. But conference tournament in Vegas is
the thing.
Is incredible.
The ticket, yeah.
And everybody wants to go to Vegas, especially what time of year, Ben?
March.
This time of year.
Cold. Go get a jump start on some summer.
Sounds windy in Kansas City. I could Google the weather right now. I bet it says something. So I bet it says windy.
Yeah. Well, they'll get to Vegas eventually.
All right. Stay tuned. More next. Jake and Ben, 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.